video, I'm showcasing my top 5 meta loadouts in Warzone 3 Season 1 Reloaded. Basically just going through and telling you guys exactly what you need to be running in the current meta. So of course, stay tuned for that. But real quick, I want to give a massive shout out to the Noti gang. Without further ado, let's hop directly into the loadouts. Hopping directly into the list, we have our honorable mention loadout, which we have the MTZ-762, which with the Season 1 Reloaded update, this is going to catch a nerf. But you guys know how they are with nerfing weapons. It's still going to be absolutely disgusting. So hopping directly into the build, starting off with the muzzle, we have the VT7 Spirit Fire Suppressor, keeping you guys off that mini map, making to where the MTZ is hitting harder, getting you guys closer to hit scan, and making to where it's more accurate. And mixing in perfect with the muzzle is the MTZ Precision Blackthorn Barrel, giving you guys even more bullet velocity and range, aiming auto sway and firing aim stability, again making to where the MTZ is hitting harder and you're getting closer to hit scan. And just like I always tell you guys, the optics are 100% personal preference. You guys can run whatever you feel the most comfortable with, but for me in Warzone 3, I felt the best with the Warehouse Eagle's Eye 2.5x. And speaking of being a beam, we're gonna be tossing on the EXF Close Quarters Assault stock, which like I always tell you guys can look at the detailed stats for these attachments, and you're gonna find attachments that are perfect for your build compared to other ones. This is gonna be giving us that recoil control and gun kick control, and it's giving us 14, 13, and 14%, which is a lot better than any underbarrel or rear grip. And of course, for the last and final attachment, we have the 30 round mag. Increase that mag capacity, making it to where you don't have to reload after every single kill. But overall, that's my full build for the MTZ-762 battle rifle in Warzone 3 Season 1 Reloaded. You guys know this has been one of my favorite weapons in the entire game recently, and like I was saying before, this is catching a nerf with the update. It's still going to be disgusting, so if you guys haven't already, go through, give the entire bit a try, tell them the highest skill game you guys get with it. But that's our honorable mention. So let's hop into the actual list now. Starting off the actual list at loaded number 5, we have the WSP SMG, which in my opinion has been one of the most underrated weapons in all of Warzone 3. It's super good and it actually didn't get touched in the update. So hopping directly into the build, starting off with the muzzle, we have the Sonic Suppressor S, keeping you guys off that mini map, getting you guys closer to hit scan, and making to where the WSP-9 is hitting harder. And with it being an SMG, you want to be as fast as humanly possible, so we're tossing on the Hiss Short Light Barrel, giving you guys that ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, and sprint speed, helping out the build in every possible way, just making you a whole lot faster. And mixing in perfect with the barrel is the WSP Factory Stock, giving you guys even more ADS speed, movement speed, and sprint speed, again making sure the WSP-9 is absolutely gliding around the map. And of course, like I was saying with the barrel, we want to be as fast as we possibly can, so we're gonna be tossing on the XRK Edge BW4 hand stop, giving you guys that aim walking speed, movement speed, ADS speed, and sprint to fire speed, mixing in perfect with the barrel and the stock, helping out the WSP-9 in every possible way. And of course, for the last and final attachment, we have the 40 round mag. Increase that mag capacity, also holding on to a little bit more mobility compared to the 50 round mag, but if you guys want to, you can 100% toss on the 50 mag. But overall, that's my full build for the WSP-9 SMG in Warzone 3 Season 1 Reloaded. I'm telling you guys, this thing is absolutely disgusting, and I don't see nearly enough people talking about it. So if you guys haven't already, go through, give the entire bit a try, tell them the highest skill game you guys get with it. Like I said, that is our loaded number 5. So let's hop directly into loaded number 4. Loaded number 4, we have the BAS-B battle rifle, which just like the WSP-9, you guys know this is one of my favorite weapons in the entire game. It's super good as a primary build, and it's also super good as a secondary build. I'll give you guys both of those, but hopping directly into the build for the primary, we have the VT7 Spirit Fire Suppressor, keeping you guys off that mini map, making it to where the BAS-B is hitting harder, getting you guys closer to hit scan, and making it to where you're an absolute beam. For the second attachment, we have the Bruin Venom Long Barrel, mixing in absolutely perfect with the muzzle, giving you guys even more bullet velocity and range, recoil control, aiming auto sway, and overall gun kick control. Again, making it to where you're hitting harder and you're getting closer to hit scan, but also making it to where the BAS-B is super controllable. And just like the MTZ-762, I'm always telling you guys the optics are 100% personal preference, but again, on the BAS-B, I feel the best with the Warehouse Eagle's Eye 2.5x. And speaking of being accurate, we have the Bruin Heavy Support Grip for our underbarrel, giving you guys even more gun kick control, aiming auto sway, horizontal recoil control, and firing aim stability, which is one of the main reasons why this BAS-B build isn't bouncing all over the place. And of course, for the last and final attachment, we have the 45 round mag. Increase that mag capacity, making it so where you can beam an entire 4 stack if you really need to. But overall, that's my full build for the BAS-B battle rifle in Warzone 3 Season 1 Reloaded. Like I was saying a second ago, it's super good as a primary build, but it's also super good as a secondary build. So make sure you guys go through, give the entire build a try, tell them the highest skill game you guys get with it. But let me also get you guys the SMG build for it. Starting off the SMG build, we have the Bore 490 for our muzzle, giving you guys that horizontal recoil control, vertical recoil control, and gun kick control, making it where the BAS-B isn't moving whatsoever. And with it being a secondary build, we want to be super faster on the map, so we're gonna be tossing on the light 9-inch Bruin Wyvern short barrel, giving you guys that ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, and sprint speed, helping out the BAS-B a ton, and just making you a whole lot faster on the map. And speaking of being faster, we have the no stock attachment, helping out the BAS-B in every possible way, giving you guys that sprint to fire speed, aim walking speed, movement speed, and hip fire and tac stance spread. Like I was saying with the barrel, making it to where the BAS-B is faster in every possible way. But I will say the visual recoil is a lot with this attachment. So if you guys still want to be fast but also be more accurate, you guys can toss on the Brew and Flash V8 light stock. Then we'll be tossing on the DR6 hand stop for our underbarrel, giving you guys even more aim walking speed, ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, and movement speed. Again, making sure the BAS-B is a whole lot faster on the map. And of course, for the last and final attachment, we have the 45 round mag. Increase that mag capacity, making it to where you don't have to reload after every single kill. But overall, that's my full build for the BAS-B SMG in Warzone 3 Season 1 Reloaded. I'm telling you guys, it's super good as a primary and a secondary. So make sure you guys go through, give both the builds a try, and tell me the highest kill game you guys get with each of them. But like I said, the BAS-B is our loading number 4. Those hop directly to loading number 3. Loading number 3 is a weapon that you guys have probably been seeing everybody run in the Warzone scene. It's the Pulemyot 762 LMG, which in the Season 1 Reloaded update, this is actually catching a nerf. But like I was saying with the MTZ 762, you guys know how they are with the weapon bouncing. It's still going to be absolutely disgusting. So hopping directly into the build with the most important attachment, we have the Jack Annihilator Bullpup Conversion Kit. So instead of it being a super slow LMG, you can actually move around the map with it. And once you guys toss on the conversion kit, you'll be able to see this barrel. We have the Jack Annihilator Long Barrel, giving you guys even more bullet velocity and range, making sure you're closer to hit scan and to where the Pulemyot 762 is hitting harder. And mixing it perfect with the barrel is the VT7 Spirit Fire Suppressor, giving you guys even more recoil control, bullet velocity, and damage range, keeping you guys off that mini map, making sure the Pulemyot's even more accurate, making sure you're hitting harder and you're getting closer to hit scan. And speaking of being accurate, we have the Bruin Heavy Support Grip for our underbarrel, giving you guys that gun kick control, aiming auto sway, horizontal recoil control, and firing aim stability, which in my opinion, this is a lot better than that stock that I see a lot of people running, because the Pulemyot 762 has a lot of horizontal bounce, and this attachment is helping out with that perfectly. And of course, for the last and final attachment, we have the Koryo Eagle's Eye 2.5x for our optic, but I will say it again, the optics are 100% personal preference. But overall, that's my full build for the Pulemyot 762 LMG in Warzone 3 Season 1 Reloaded. Like I was saying a second ago, I know it's catching a nerf with the update, but it's still going to be super good, and you guys are going to see it's still going to be in that meta conversation. So of course, go through, give the entire build a try, tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. That's our loading number 3. So let's hop directly into loading number 2. Hopping directly into loading number 2, we have the SVA 545 assault rifle, which you guys know is one of the best assault rifles in the entire game. It's super good in full auto, but it's also super good in semi-auto. So hopping directly into the build, starting off with the muzzle, we have the VT7 Spirit Fire Suppressor, giving us the exact same pros and cons of the last few builds. Then we'll be tossing on the STV Precision Barrel, giving you guys even more aiming auto sway, bullet velocity and range, gun kick control, and recoil control, helping out the SVA in every possible way, making to where you're hitting harder, getting you guys closer to hit scan, and making to where you're an absolute beam. Then I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I'm going to say it again, the optics are 100% personal preference. You guys can run whatever you feel the most comfortable with, but again, for me, I'm running the Koryo Eagle's Eye 2.5x. And speaking of being a beam, we have the main V6 stock, giving you guys even more gun kick control and recoil control, which like I was saying with the MTZ 762, you guys are going to find attachments that are a lot better than other attachments, and this stock makes it to where the SVA isn't moving whatsoever. And of course, for the last and final attachment, we have the 60 round mag. Increase that mag capacity, which this also isn't that bad for the mobility, but if you guys want to, you can toss on the 45 round mag. But overall, that's my full build for the SVA 545 assault rifle in Warzone 3 Season 1 Reloaded. I will say, if you guys want to run this in semi-auto, because in semi-auto it has absolutely zero recoil, you guys can swap out the main V6 stock and you guys can toss on the high grain ammunition. But other than that, this is my main build for the SVA 545. So if you guys haven't already, go through, give the entire build a try, tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. But like I said, that is loading number 2 on the list. Let's hop directly into loading number 1. Loading number 1, and the best weapon in the entire game right now is the WSP Swarm SMG, which in the patch notes, they did say this is going to catch a nerf in the future, but as of right now, it's not getting touched. So hopping directly into the build, starting off with the muzzle, we have the L4R for our flash hider, giving you guys that muzzle flash concealment, recoil control, and gun kick control, making sure the WSP Swarm isn't moving at all. Then we'll be tossing on the WSP Reckless 90 long barrel, giving you guys that bullet velocity and range, aiming auto sway, gun kick control, and recoil control, making sure the WSP Swarm is an absolute beam, but it's also making sure you're hitting harder and you're getting closer to hit scan. And speaking of being a beam, we have the FSS Fortress Heavy stock, giving you guys even more gun kick control, recoil control, firing aim stability, and tac stance spread. Another perfect attachment for the Swarm, making to where it's not bouncing all over the place. And with it being an SMG, you still want to be as fast as you possibly can. So we're going to be tossing on the XRK Edge BW4 hand stop, helping out the Swarm in every possible way, giving you guys that aim walking speed, movement speed, ADS speed, and sprint to fire speed, just making sure the WSP Swarm is a whole lot faster. And of course, for the last and final attachment, we have the 100 round drum mag. Increase that mag capacity, basically making to where you never have to reload when you're mid-fight. But overall, that's my full build for the WSP Swarm SMG in Warzone 3 Season 1 Reloaded. You guys know this has been the best SMG in all of Warzone 3, and after the update, it's still going to be the best SMG in the entire game. So if you guys haven't already, go through, give the entire bit a try, tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. But that's my loaded number 1, and my last loadie on the list. Real quick, you guys always ask me about the rest of my loadout. So in my gameplays, I'm always running a stim with the throwing knife, and for my perk package, I run double time, mountaineer, tempered, and the flex perk. But overall, those are my top 5 loadouts with an honorable mention. So make sure you guys go through and give every single one of them a try. Then let me know down in the comments below if they help you out at all. And if they do, make sure you guys hit that big red subscribe button. That's it for the video.